They were like, what the fuck? No,
Yeah.
it's with the FKV,
Yeah.
actually. And
Yeah.
it stands for something. It's like, how do you feel when you're truly seen and understood, excited? How do you feel when your needs aren't met in a relationship? Let me tell you something. I remember I was in a relationship with somebody, and I compared it to slavery. No, I'm really not. I swear to God, I'm not even trying to be funny.
I know you're not.
I was like,
I'm not trying to.
I said, this feels like slavery. Like, no, for real. I was like, this has to be what slavery. No, really, hear me out though. Like, for real, please hear me out.
I'm crying.
And I think I see, is this tea that you have here?
Yeah, do you want some?
Yes.
Turn the pot on. Just click one of the buttons and it'll turn on. Oh, sweet. I can charge it and record at the same time.
Perfect.
Sweet.
And I'm still recording.
Dude.
But you know, can I start talking?
Yeah.
I feel like compatibility is like comfortability. And I remember one thing my dad always said is nothing grows in comfortability. Like you have to get uncomfortable to grow.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think sometimes we want something that's compatible because it's easy.
Right. So I'm so glad, I'm so glad that you talked about the compatibility versus comfort thing. Because here, look at this. Go to the one on relationships. It's like on love and relationships. What page does it say?
113.
Yeah. All right.
Don't perform, be clear. You need the three Woo! You need the 3 C's: chemistry, compatibility, and communication. I love that because I think that's the word I was searching for. Compatibility without chemistry is nothing. Because we have to have the actual chemistry chemistry is the ebb and flow, the highs and the lows, the going through the different seasons. Like, that's what the chemistry is. You could have chemistry with somebody that you two are completely different people.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, this person,
we all just...
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been looking at relationships and people, and it's like, this seems odd, but it doesn't. It's because to the visual eye, it doesn't seem compatible. But the chemistry and communication,
everything
it
is all there.
flows.
And then you have no idea what that compatibility is, honestly. Because compatibility is, do we have a similar schedule? Do we live, is it compatible?
Right.
If I live in, the US and you live in Angola,
The compatibility is the surface level.
That is true, honestly.
Compatibility is very surface level. Like you said, are our schedules the same? Do we have the same time?
And it's like, that is surface level, but that can be a make or break already. Like, because even though it is surface level, it's not that deep. I don't say it's not that deep, but it is surface level. I think it's like compatibility maybe like the highest level of surface level, and then chemistry is like kind of that middle tier, and communication is the depth. And it's like, but that compatibility at a surface level, that can be the ice that you need to break through before you even get to the water. Because if you
some people stay there like, oh, we're compatible.
And also, if you're so incompatible from the beginning, that or just at any point in a relationship where it's like, hey, this literally can't work, we're just incompatible, like, it's
right.
What are you gonna do?
Right.
You can't like fix compatibility with chemistry. Or like substitute one for the other.
Yeah, it has to. Damn. You need the 3 C's.
Yeah. And then this is where people do like the field scribbles and then the no writing.
It's like, how do you feel when you're truly seen and understood, excited? How do you feel when your needs aren't met in a relationship? Let me tell you something. I remember I was in a relationship with somebody. and I compared it to slavery. I s- no, I'm really not. I swear to God, I'm not even trying to be funny.
I know you're not. I know
I
you're
was
not.
like,
I'm not talking
I
crazy.
said, this feels like slavery. Like, no, for real. I was like, this has to be what slavery. No, really, hear me out though. Like, for real, please hear me out. The reason why, because I felt so like unfree. Like, my needs were not being met, but I was staying there. You get what I'm saying? I was like, this is slavery. Like,
Yeah.
I have to break free from this.
That's real. I mean, hey. I think that part of that is like a mix in the uh, chemistry slash compatibility space because like intimacy is both of those.
Yeah.
Like intimacy is like it is partially compatibility. Like sometimes you and the other person just don't go. Like,
Right.
like
That just is what it
you want
is.
it to go, but it just don't. Um, or the chemistry is like how can y'all learn to like because sometimes
In the communication.
yeah because sometimes like intimacy includes all of those because it yeah that's interesting.
Because it's also in a space of like intimacy, right? And we're not just talking about sexual intimacy, it's also
Interpersonal intimacy.
when you are able to reveal your true self through communication with someone, that
That's
creates
intimacy.
a level of intimacy. Like when you're able to say, I did this really bad thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's intimacy. Not even if it's to the other person, it's just like, oh my God, when you're actually authentically able to be like even that conversation that I had with my friend and they made me think, I was like, that was a real intimate moment that we had because I didn't want to face that conversation, but I had to. And that made me look at them like, oh shit, you actually know what you're talking about. Like if we had an intimate moment, not just sexually, but then also, right, I think a lot of people automatically assume in a sexual sense, in sexual space, that the person automatically should know what it is that you like. And that if a person automatically does it and you like it, this is the best. When it's like, no, sometimes you have to communicate with people what it is that you like.
And don't like, yeah.
So they
what you
could,
like, and like,
so they could try it.
Right. Because like, you don't know, like you just assuming like if you going based off of just your past experiences and you're like, oh, well, this person did this thing, and it's like, first of all, not everyone's gonna like everything the same way. Like,
right. So, but that's why like I was back to that example. I'm like, yeah, I could like the 6-figure nigga, but is that what I need?
and it's like I think you don't have to like settle necessarily, right? Like, I think that's a big thing. It's like you do not have to settle, and like be like, oh, I want to get what I need, so therefore I won't get what I want. I don't think that's the right answer. But I think the right answer though is to look critically at like what is it that you say you want and need, and where are you prioritizing those things. And then once you've laid out those priorities and like, okay, my needs are this. The baseline is the person has to have this. Now, some of my wants are X, X, and X. It's a bonus if this person has these things.
Right.
Now, if you find that bonus, right, like if you imagine rather the person who is all of your needs plus all of your wants, you imagine that person. Then imagine what type of lifestyle do they have, who are they as a person, and what are they looking for in a partner. And if that's not you, then
What are you doing?
right. And it's not to say that you change your whole life so that you can get a partner, but it's that you also have to be realistic about what it is that you say you're seeking and who you are as a person. And it's like if you're like, oh, I want the if you're like, oh, some guy, right? Let's say some guy, he's like, oh, I want the absolute most model looking girl who's this, that, and the other. Like, and my needs are X, Y, and Z. Like he has his needs, but then he's like, oh, my want is like, I want her to be this kind of way looking, whatever, right? Now, if him as a guy, is sitting around doing absolutely nothing to improve himself, to elevate
How
himself
are you going to attract that?
right, exactly, in terms of financially, in terms of physically, in terms of mentally, all the spaces spiritually, right? If he's not advancing himself, why would she ever want you?
And you know, want to know something? That's something that my friends had to have a conversation with me about. Like, if you want someone, like they put it to me in like this sense. My friend was like, "You keep attracting these type of guys because you're not being the person that you need to be." And I was like, "Whoa."
Damn.
And I'm like,
Yeah, real words.
"Yeah."
Real words.
Like, if I want somebody that's on this level, I have to become that to attract it.
Yeah.
And that's why I haven't dealt with anybody this year because I'm like, I know despite how you look, how you make me feel, this is not what my higher self wants. I have to keep rising to who she is. And like, not just to find a partner,
Just to
be
be
me,
you. Right,
you
right,
know,
right.
and attract the things that it is that I want. I even had that realization. I was like, I'm not gonna make more money until I manage and really get a handle of the money that I have now. I was like, how am I going
Speak.
to deal with $1 million budgets if I'm frivolously spending $2,000 a week? And I'm not even managing my money the correct way. I was like, it literally came to me. I said, this is why you haven't elevated, because you're wasting your money on things. And you say you want to get this money to come in, but people get that type of money and they don't know what to do with it. So I have to really buckle down on
100%.
my budget. So
100%.
as I progress and I'm not going to be phased by the money.
Right.
I'm not going to be phased by damn, we just got $1 million contract. And then next thing you know, it's like, what did you do with the money? Just carelessly spending it, having parties, going like, no, you can't do that. So I had that realization this year as well. Like, I have to manage and maintain the money that I have in such a meticulous way
100%.
with my books. When I do the big finances, I
Right.
can manage it.
Right.
So it's all about those things. Like, if you want
And
to,
and then you don't,
you don't wait to
Right.
get it.
No.
You become it.
100%. 1,000%. You will never, you can only be what you already are. Like, and that's so interesting. Like, there's all these things that talk about like, oh, like, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, right? Because you get more of what you already are, and you get more of what you already have. So if you're already rich, you're gonna get richer. If you're already poor, you're gonna get poorer because you continue to live out the habits of wherever you're at. And so if you want to be somewhere different than where you're at,
You
you
have
have to
to.
change your habits. And before you can change your habits, you have to change your beliefs because your beliefs are going to dictate what you like do as actions and then do as habits. And before you can change your beliefs, you got to change your perspective because perspective is first. Because from one angle, if your perspective is, if I want to retire, I got to work 40 years at this company and then I'll be able to retire. That's a perspective. That's not seeing, that's
Seeing
one
other
perspective.
options.
And so if you shift your perspective, I mean, if you never shift your perspective, you're literally only going to do those will be your beliefs, and then you will do those actions, and that's what your life is going to be. But if you change your perspective, you shift or expand your perspective, you say, oh, there's actually these other pathways towards me getting to where I want to be. Now you've increased your knowledge. I think that's where like no comes in because it increases your knowledge, and increasing your knowledge expands your perspective.
And that's why you said what attracts you in another person.
Yeah, like so it's like mm, all these different ways where it's like your perspective has to be like seeing things accurately. I think is extremely important.
And your perspective has to be broadened. A lot of people are presented with new perspectives, but they dismiss it
Right. Yeah.
because they're
100%.
so hell bent on what it
On
is
one
that they
thing.
know.
Yeah.
And that's why it came to me. I was like, how am I going to manage money and other people if I'm not
Managing
managing
my own.
myself
Yeah.
and my money? Like, I have to Buckle down with the finances. Okay, now I'm like, let's get into another section. Whoa, what a second. Careers and on spiritual journeys. That's where I want to go. 137. Where you start is unlikely to be where you finish, and that's okay. Don't pressure yourself to pick the perfect career early in life. Some people don't hit their stride until their 60s. Focus